This is an Off the Tongue podcast.
Coming to you live from the It's Funny studios deep in the heart of God's country. I'm Doug.
I'm Greg.
And we do not have a Mike. Mike is on special assignment.
Very special.
Very special. We got a little bit of housekeeping I'll take care of right now. First, it's been a couple weeks since we've had I think 3 weeks. We've had a lot of different things, some medical stuff. We've had
technology problems.
The computer crashed, but Greg was able to get the old Commodore 64 cranking and
that's right,
back up and running.
Got to get this off the floppy disk.
Yes.
And I've got a cold or something. My throat is out.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And, I had a little bit of a medical, nothing major. I'm going to talk about that in a few minutes. Mike and his lovely wife actually had their baby girl, beautiful baby girl. I went by and saw the baby.
Yeah, she's a
cutie. She's adorable. And so Mike is off for a little while. He'll be on baby duty or duty or some kind of duty, I'm sure. So congratulations to Grandpa here. Greg is a grandpa again. And, but Mike and his wife and baby are all doing very well. And,
everybody's
he's just going to
well.
take a little time off, try to get acclimated to the new normal, probably change some diapers and, get spit up on, pooped on, peed on, and all the fun stuff now.
Oh,
all
joys
of the fun
of
stuff.
The new baby.
So while Mike is away, Greg and I are going to do the podcast. We're going to change it up a little bit, change the format just a little bit while he's gone, just because, we're old and we're cranky. So
yes.
I'm going to try to keep it from just be us complaining and hollering at the clouds. So probably they may be a little shorter. I don't know. This is our first one. We're just kind of playing it by ear, and we'll go. We are part of the Off the Tongue Podcast Network. There's several other podcasts on there. The Greener Grass Podcast, Original Copycats, Pint Pals, a bunch of other ones. Check them out. And if you're listening to us for the first time, you're like, I don't know if I like these guys. Maybe there's somebody else in that network that will tickle your fancy, so to speak.
I'm sure there's somebody
We
better.
try to tickle everybody's fancy, but, sometimes we don't succeed.
That's
Believe
right.
it or not, there are a few people who I'm not their cup of tea. I can't believe it. My mom wouldn't believe it. She'd say, everybody loves stuff.
You're like Raymond.
We are like
Everybody loves Raymond.
Yes. Or Jerry's mom. How could
Yeah,
somebody
Jerry
not
can
like
do
him?
no wrong.
All right. So tonight, Greg's going to talk about some stuff, a little bit of things on Facebook. I've got some medical stuff I went through that prompted some conversation here. And then I found an article of 7 things you can do if you want to become more physically beautiful as you get older. And we've got a question.
How could I get any more beautiful? I'm getting older. How could I get more
Yes,
beautiful?
I mean, I wouldn't be able to stand it if you got any more beautiful.
No.
No, too sexy. And then I found there's this was actually on a podcast, and I found the article. There was a DoorDasher that had a horrible problem at a moment of urgency, and that brought up some questions. A lot of people are split on the internets out there. So, and then Greg's got a story about a Navy guy and some hunting trips.
Yes.
Or a trip.
A trip.
All right, Greg, take it away.
All right. It's funny. The other day, we had a little winter storm move through our area, through Illinois. And on Facebook, the Morton Police Department posted a little notice. And they said, with the ever-changing winter storm predictions for this weekend, the police department and the street department, ... That's it. We don't know what. We don't know what they
Fill
want.
in the blanks. ...
The police
will not be
department-
cleaning the streets. ... We'll be arresting everyone. Like, that's a lot. Anything could happen, from nothing to terrible things. Maybe they have to pay per character, and like we're running low on our budget.
Yeah, it's like Twitter.
Don't spend everything on that Facebook post. It's like,
and the street department. Yeah, what's ... Will not be cleaning the roads.
Did they have any comments that like, what does this mean, or?
I did not see any comments.
Okay. I didn't know. Maybe they had commenting turned off.
Yeah, I did not see any comments. Oop, now it's playing music.
Hey. Well, 3 minutes in without Mike, and we've already my phone reset. Greg's is playing music. We don't know what's happening.
We need the millennial.
I thought you had to change the floppy drive. I thought it was full.
In my phone?
Yes.
Yeah, I've got
The floppy's full.
Yeah, it's a little floppy that goes on the side. But yeah, it's like, I don't know what this message is telling me. I don't know. Police department and the street department, ...
I think I'm going to start using that a lot.
Yeah. It's like yada yada.
Yeah. Went to the customers.
From Seinfeld.
The equipment wasn't working, ... That's it. I'm just going to leave.
Yeah.
Is it working? Could be. Or it may not. You fill in the blanks.
That probably does have a lot of uses.
Yes, I love the ...
Yeah.
Although I think I read one time that the Gen Z generation, they don't like the ... because they feel like it's... I could be wrong. I thought I had read that one time. That was one of the things that you're not supposed to do from if you're texting them.
What would they rather it be?
I don't know. Probably don't bother them.
Or finish it.
Just do not text me at all.
Yeah, I don't know. But
I don't think they're on Facebook a whole lot. They could be, but
they could be.
Speaking
they're not going to be on TikTok much longer either.
I'm glad you brought that. I just saw that. I was wondering, by the time this comes out, we will know. But I wonder if they'll really let it expire over the weekend or if they're going to do something about it. Because I know they're trying to force TikTok into selling. And I thought China said, no, we'll just let it expire or go out.
Somebody said they wanted Elon to buy it.
It's got the money. It's like, why not? Buy something else.
But I heard all the people are like going to other platforms and stuff. So I'm not sure what that
What other platform? I mean,
I don't know. I heard of a couple of them, but I don't have that handy.
We're not on TikTok because we're old.
Yeah. Yes.
I had somebody say over the weekend, last weekend, asked if I was on TikTok. He's like, no. He's like, you need to get your podcast on. It's like, what? What is that? What? I don't even understand. This is going to be super old sounding. Already, I can see Mike's eyes rolling as he's listening to this. Oh my gosh. I'm like, I don't see how that helps a podcast. How does a podcast on TikTok? And maybe I obviously don't understand it because I thought it was just quick videos and things. So like, what is the podcast out there other than we put little clips and stuff? I guess
show ourselves running into a wall.
Maybe I'll do that now.
Or something.
I'll download it. We'll get out there for the 2 days that's left.
We're cutting edge.
Oh, sorry, you got us off the rails.
No, that was it with that. Just weird Facebook post from the Morton Police Department.
Okay. I have something. We're going to talk about getting older, and getting older. It's a lot of fun. It's not for the faint of heart. It's not for the weak.
No, it's not.
I had to go and get a tooth pulled. ... That means the tooth is not pulled, so there were some complications. Basically, I went in and they checked your blood pressure. Well, my blood pressure was extremely high. Now I'd been going through we had a bunch of stuff going on, and it was kind of turmoil for a couple days. So I have high blood pressure. I'm already on a blood pressure medicine, but it was a lot higher than it has ever been. Well, the dentist kind of freaked out. He's like, oh, no, you need to go.
The dentist did?
Yes.
Not you, the dentist.
Well, I did after he told me. Because they sit down, let's take it again. They took it again, and it got higher. I'm like, so he's like, go home, take it. You got a cuff? I'm like, I don't know. If I don't, I'll go buy one. Go home, sit down for a couple hours, take it again. But you really should go to the prompt care or emergency room. I'm like, I want to go to the emergency room. So I went home and took it again, and it went down. But I went ahead and called my doctor, family doctor. They got me in, took my blood pressure. It was lower, still high, but lower than what it was. And so they said, oh, I don't think it's anything. And
I don't think. I love that.
There was a this is kind of related to that. There was a scene on Modern Family where Claire went to the doctors, and she goes, you get to an age where they used to go into the doctors and they say, I don't think it's anything to worry about. And then you get to an age where they say, I don't think it's anything to worry about.
Yeah, just the way they emphasize things.
Like, so that's where my doctor's like, she goes, I wouldn't be too concerned, but she said
concerned.
This, since the number there was like a threshold, and my number blew past that threshold. Like that, unfortunately, triggers a bunch of other things now that we got to check your heart and your kidneys. Like, of course it does. So now I'm in, getting EKGs and all kinds of things poked and prodded. And long story short, Everything's okay. I get another pill added to my repertoire now. So, but hey, thank the good Lord they can give me something and get that blood pressure down. But, so I said that whole thing because I went to the dentist and couldn't go. So I got to reschedule that. But the dentist there, I lost my whole train of thought there.
That's part of getting old too.
It is part of getting old. When I took all those tests and we're waiting. You got to wait a day. And, I get a text like something has been updated in your My Chart. So I'm like, okay. So
I have found that My Chart gives me the answers before the doctor or anybody else does.
I don't even know what My Chart sign-in is. My wife does it. She's always logging in doing things. Like, what? She's constantly in there doing something. I made you a doctor's appointment. I'm like, do I need one? I guess I do. But so they took the test. I think
Courtney's water broke and My Chart came up and said, you had a baby girl. Yeah. Haven't had it yet.
But so the my chart said test results returned for the test. It says
you owe us.
Said the EKG, blood work, blah blah. All test results unremarkable. That's what it says. Unremarkable. I was like, well, my life has a theme. Well, my life is unremarkable. We're just going to keep going with that.
Well, I think I want my medical test to be
I kind of was happy about the unremarkable. I mean, it matches the rest of my body. I kind of,
because if they're remarkable, that can be bad or good.
It's always going to be bad for me. There's nothing that's going to be remarkable in a good way.
Yeah.
But I will say this. Out of all the times I've ever went to a doctor, dentist, anything, I have had one part of my body where they have gushed over and commented, and my wife says, this woman, I think she's hitting on you. I said, she is not hitting on me. I go to the dentist. There's a dental hygienist there, and she will clean my teeth every time. From the first time I started going there, every time she goes, your gums look great. She goes, do you have a electric toothbrush? I'm like, no. She goes, like a water pad? I said, no, just old fashioned. Floss and brush. She goes, your gums are amazing. They're beautiful. They're going on and on. I said, she's like, I think she's coming on to you. I say, yeah, because every man knows that would be the part. Oh,
yeah, the gums.
His pecs, his biceps, his eyes. No, but his gums. Oh my gosh. I get the vapors. I look at his gums. My gums, I'm going to put them in a magazine. Do a whole spread. Teeth and gums. January edition. I'm the centerfold on that when you unfold it and see my beautiful pink and wet gums there. So anyway, okay, enough of that. I was just, but my wife's like, she said, I was like, what? That would be the worst come on in the world.
Yeah.
Like, oh, your gums are so sexy, baby. Like,
I don't know of any,
I'm like, well, I'm turned off now.
I don't know of any songs about gums.
I don't either. Maybe I will inspire one.
Yeah.
I should take some pictures and put them out there now. Let everybody judge for themselves. Except then I'll be afraid that, they'll put it down and then I won't.
Oh, because the internet.
They will put it down. All right. So
put them on TikTok.
Yeah. So as we get older, we have to take more and more time to try to, keep things firm, tight, keep them from sagging. I've failed in all those aspects. But I had an article, probably because I'm old, pop up in my ads. It popped up a couple times, so I finally read it. It says, if you want to become more physically beautiful as you get older, say goodbye to these 7 habits. And so the first thing I thought of, I'm going to play this little clip first. And because this is how I felt after the doctors and when I read this article.
You could love me.
I disagree. In fact, I feel Mr. Kramer projects a rugged masculinity.
Rugged? The man's a goblin.
The man's a goblin.
The man's a goblin. That's how I felt. I'm a goblin. So anyway, they gave you, I believe it's 7. Yeah, 7 habits. So I thought we'd just go through these real quick. See how many of these do you not do? And maybe give some pointers to the people out there. Not that any of our fans are goblins and old, but if you want to keep from becoming a goblin, you may want to, delve into all of these or at least maybe some. So the number one thing on this list, it says, is that if you want to bid farewell to your looks, the number one thing you could do is neglecting your skincare routine. Now, I really don't have a skincare routine. I wash with soap and shampoo. Sometimes I get the all-in-one bottle where I just it's soap and shampoo. My wife has 87 things in the shower. I've got two. I've got soap and I have shampoo, and that's it.
Yeah, I have a body wash and shampoo.
Yep. But it says skincare isn't just about looking good in the present moment. It's about laying the foundation for a lifetime of beautiful skin. I think that ship has sailed for me at my age. A lifetime of beautiful skin. I have gotten beat up working outside and everything else. I'm just, outside of my gums. It's not. That's about all I got.
Yeah, my skin is getting wrinkly, and I don't think there's much skin care is going to help it.
Yeah, and so these are things that you're supposed to say goodbye to. So you say goodbye to the neglecting your skin routine. The second thing it says that you should say goodbye to if you want to stay looking beautiful when you get older is excessive exercise.
Well, I have that problem.
Yes, I was going to work out, and I said, "Ooh, I don't want to get any more ugly. I got to stay up." So it says, you read it right. While regular physical activity is essential for overall health and maintaining a youthful glow, excessive exercise can actually have the opposite effect. And it's based on a study where overtraining can lead to hormonal imbalances, and it'll impact the appearance of your skin. So it can also lead to chronic inflammation in the body and other factors that accelerate the aging process.
I don't think I ever had a youthful glow.
I don't. Now, some people say, like my wife would say, I had a baby face for a long time growing up, or even when we got married, she said, people always said, he looks so young.
Oh, I might have had the baby face, but
I never thought I looked that young, but apparently I did. I also never thought I was a very loud person until I was told that. Because when you come from a house of loud people, it's just normal. And then you get around other people, they're like, man, you're loud. Like, really? I thought this was just normal.
I'm not a loud person, especially right now. But no, I'm not a loud person anyways.
So the thing you're supposed to do is you opt for a balanced workout routine that includes, you're supposed to mix cardio, strength training, flexibility exercises, and don't forget to include rest days.
Well, I got my rest days taken care of.
I've got enough rest days for 14 years now. I've just been doing a lot of rest days. The number 3 thing that you can do to not keep your youthful glow is holding on to negative emotions. See, that's all I got. That's all I have. I have to hold on to those negative emotions.
Well, yeah, it's fitting. As you get older, I think those get worse.
Well, I don't mean for it to. My mom has said one time, she was like, Doug, why are you so angry? You used to be happy-go-loving, fun-loving, happy-go-lucky and fun-loving, and now you're just grouchy. I said, life kicks the crap out of you, and after a while, it's like I can't take it. I just can't take it anymore. I love happy, fun-loving Doug.
Where is he?
Life killed him. It killed fun-loving Doug.
How do you let go of negative emotions?
That's a good question. I think you could pray or meditate or listen to music, try to go to a quiet space and just, I don't know. See, I'm not a real emotional person, though, so I don't, but that, you could still have negative emotional things, I guess, just because you don't express it. In fact, it's probably worse. You're probably holding on to a lot more negative stuff. You probably should just release it.
Well, I think so.
10 years younger.
That's what Lori tells me.
We wouldn't even recognize you.
I definitely stuff them down.
So it says, believe it or not, your emotional state can significantly impact on your physical experience or physical appearance. Which this is, you kind of heard before, stress, anger, resentment. It'll lead to, gray hair, wrinkles, things like that. People who hold on to negative emotions tend to look older.
I'm getting older by the minute.
Oh, in my book, this is by the article. In my book, Breaking the Attachment, you can read how to come over. So this is like a infomercial, this article is.
Oh,
they're selling a book to help you with this.
Well, good. I may have to read it.
It says, Practice mindfulness, engaging activities, positive people. Okay. Beauty isn't just skin deep.
Well, if you take care of your skin care, it would be skin deep.
Now, my dad used to have a joke, said beauty isn't skin deep, but ugly goes all the way to the bone.
Yep.
The number 4 thing you should not do to lose your youthful glow is skipping sleep. We've all heard the phrase beauty sleep. That's more than just a catchy phrase. Good night's sleep is essential for maintaining youthful appearance. When you sleep, your body goes into repair mode. It helps to reduce stress. If you're not getting enough shut-eye, you'll get the dark circles. You'll start to look dull and lifeless. Yeah, I know. But this here, I feel like this is being kind of forced upon me or thwarted upon me. I do not sleep well anymore. I want to. I
sleep pretty well.
Oh, man. I envy people that can sleep well. I do not. Part of it, too, is I've gotten arthritis in my shoulders and my knees aren't too bad anymore. I still got arthritis, but I can't get comfortable. And then I sleep. I have a bunch of pillows on my bed. They're not throw pillows. They're pillows that I have to pack around me.
Maybe you need a weighted blanket.
I would love that. I have some blankets that are kind of heavy. I will throw them on. My wife hates them. She can't say, I can't breathe. Get off me.
I can let you take Lori's home. You might not be able to lift it to get it, out to your car.
Oh, you and I can carry two man lift. But yeah, I cannot sleep worth a crap. Yeah.
I sleep good until my body goes into repair mode, and that's pretty loud. It's like it's working on itself.
If my body went into repair mode, I'd probably sleep for like 3 days. It's like, oh man, we got a lot of work to do here. All right, the number 5 thing is overlooking hydration. You've probably heard it a million times, but it's worth repeating. Hydration is key to maintaining beautiful.
Drinking water right now.
I am too. I don't think that's a big deal for most people. I mean, I think every woman now walks around with a Stanley Cup full of water. Yeah. I don't think there's ever somebody who's not drinking a bottle of water.
Yeah, I feel like people stay pretty hydrated.
Yeah, so if water, it flushes toxins, helps keep your skin moist and plump. Oh, I'm plump.
Plump.
But when you're dehydrated, you can get like flaky skin. You're more prone to wrinkles. So keep the water flowing. The number 6 one, this is probably my worst. Ignoring your diet. It's so awful. Again, that was another thing the doctor told me.
Oh, I don't ignore it. I eat a lot.
I have a bad diet. I ignore the good diet. So, kind of, and it's not hard. It's simple, but it's difficult. Everybody knows what you have to do.
Oh, yeah.
We all read books and look online and get apps and programs, but it's like, listen, garbage in, garbage out. Eat
fruits,
low calories,
veggies.
Burn more calories than you take in. Exercise. Cut the sugar down. It's not hard, but it is.
Yes.
It's simple and difficult.
Easier to.
Yeah. So I used to love, you eat junk food and all that stuff. It's just, it's difficult to do. And you got to kind of be, you got to be mindful about it. You have to prepare. You can't, that's another thing I got to get, but I think a lot of people do. You got to plan out your lunches and stuff. Cause when I do that, I do much better. It's when I just get up and I'm like, I don't feel like that. I'll just get something. I'll get something healthy for lunch. It's like, no, you're going to get something at the fast food drive through and hit the road. So,
yep.
And the last thing that they say for your youthful is avoiding regular checkups. Now, that is something that I have been doing. I do go to the doctor. I don't do everything I'm supposed to do. I should.
Yeah.
I'm working on trying to I'm getting things checked off the list, but yeah, I got to do.
I had things that forced me into that.
Yes, a lot of times that happens. So it kind of did probably when I turned about, I don't know, probably 35, maybe 34. My dad had a stroke. And so at that time, I'm like, okay, I need to go to the doctor because he hadn't been to the doctor in 30 years. Well, he thought he was in great shape. which it seemed like it on the outside, but there was a lot of other things going on. So I started going to the doctor at that time. They're like, oh, hey, you got high blood pressure. Oh, hey, your cholesterol. I was like, all right, I got to start taking care of myself.
Well, now I feel older. Thank you.
Yes, I know. So anyway, that was it. I just saw interesting, different things that you can avoid to help you look youthful, beautiful.
That is
As
one
you get
thing with
older.
regular checkups. It does not make me feel any younger.
Oh, no. No, it doesn't. And I feel like I'm getting scolded every time. It's like, I don't want to go to the doctor. They're good. Granted, part of it is because I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do. So that's part of it.
Yeah.
So moving on now. I heard this story. This was actually on a podcast, and then it was on the news as well. There was a DoorDasher that went to a woman's house, and she refused to let him in. So there's a video that goes along with it. I'm not going to play it because there's some cursing. I could not bleep them out, and I don't want to play that on here.
Yeah.
But so this guy goes to the house, hits the Ring doorbell. So you got the video of it. And now, granted, when he gets out and he comes up there, he looks like he's having a moment of urgency.
Yes.
There is impending doom. There's a problem.
Yeah, he's pretty
So
distraught.
he rings the bell. He bangs on the door. She's like, we can't come to the door. He bangs on the door. He said, please, you gotta let me in. I have diarrhea. I'm going to blank my pants. He's like, and she's like, what? She goes, I'm sorry. I can't. And then you can't tell, but it looks like he just opens the door and comes in because she starts screaming at him, get out. You got to get out. And
Yeah, get out of my house.
He's screaming, I'm going to S my pants.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I need to use your bathroom. She's like, you're scaring my kids. And she even says, I'm sorry, but you have to get out of my house. And so it's about a minute and 10 seconds of interfacing with each other. And then he goes out and he slowly walks back to the car because it was bad. And so a lot of people on the internet, it's kind of splitting because some of the people are saying she should have just let him use the bathroom. Some are saying, some other things like, no, you can't do that as part of it. So I thought I'd just get your opinion on it. My first thing is like, well, I don't want my food now. I'm kind of not going to eat my DoorDash food when a guy comes running up screaming and he's got diarrhea and he's going to S his pants. It's like, well, I don't want that. I'm canceling that order. I'll just pick it up myself.
Yeah.
All right. So would you let the guy in?
I feel like if I ordered food and I know it's coming, so I know there's a driver coming, I think I'd let him use the restroom. Because that feeling
It's horrible.
is horrible.
It's bad.
It's horrible.
Yeah.
He was prairie dogging. And
Well, with diarrhea, I don't know.
well, but you probably started at some point, and
But he could come in. He's going to destroy your bathroom.
well, I know. I don't know. It's a tough call. But
So about half the people were saying that she should have done that and let him in. But other people were saying, you can't allow a stranger into your house. And now I have a little bit different feeling on this. I've had a service job where I'm on the road for, I don't know, going on 34 years now. And I mean, I'm on the road every day, all the day, driving, and I have to go to different places. I got to work on equipment. I got to do different things. And I've had some days where I was sick and I bought a bottle of Pepto and I would just drink it. I have no idea what the recommended daily dose was because I just kept, every time I would have a problem, I would just drink more and more. And finally it went away. But then I had another problem for a couple days. So that wasn't good either. But if I'm driving, it's like, well, I'd rather have that issue than the one I was having. But what I would do is I would just, every time I came to a little I stopped at like the case or bathroom. I just went to the bathroom. And that's what they're saying. It's like, listen, if you've got that problem, you gotta stop.
well, you wonder, did he go where he picked the food up?
I don't know. You don't know the whole story. And like I said, I feel terrible for him. I really do. I feel bad because he's kind of crying. He's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
But again, I don't want somebody delivering my food screaming they got diarrhea. They're going to blank their pants.
Yeah.
I don't want this food now. I'm out. So, but I don't think I would let him in.
It's a tough call.
I don't think I would. I just I'm sorry. I feel bad for you. I don't know. I'd have to. The initial blush is no. But in that situation, maybe I would. I don't know, but I think I'm going to stay with no.
It would be a tough call.
Honestly, Mike would say definitely yes.
Yeah, I'm sure Mike would say yes.
I think Mike's a no, but I don't want to speak for him. Maybe he would say yes.
I feel like we could speak for him.
I think so. So anyway, that's all I had on that. I came across that. I was like, oh, that's a horrible situation. It's awful.
Yeah. I mean, it's bad for both. I mean, and he should not have stepped into her house.
Yeah.
I mean,
no matter how bad it is. Or I might would have just, went in my pants and then just left it there, went in my pants, never said a word, and then just went home and changed.
Yeah.
Or stopped at a gas station and thrown your underwear away or whatever, man.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I just think that's less humiliating to me. I probably wouldn't tell another person that I have diarrhea and I'm going to S myself if you don't let me in.
Yeah, I don't know that I would have been screaming.
I think I would have just done it and just been, or if I had to go that bad, I probably would have drove. I wouldn't have went right to the house.
Yeah,
I would have went to. I'd have found a gas station.
A gas station,
and even then, if I had an accident,
a cornfield.
Yeah, if I had an accident, then I would just take it up. If they say anything about being late, I'm sorry, it was just traffic.
Yeah,
and just gone. But that's me.
Yeah, there probably were some things alternatively he could have done prior.
Yeah, I would agree. So, all right. Well, that's the end of what I have.
All right. Well, the next thing is just a short little thing. I had a thought about this. It's a nice story. Did you read the story?
I read some of it. I didn't get the whole thing, but
so this Navy wife went viral.
This is unusual for us. A nice story, happy ending, and it's good.
Because
it's nice.
She surprised her husband with a hunting trip after his 3-year deployment. So he was deployed overseas for 3 years. He comes home. So I'll just real quick read it. The U.S. Navy officer was deployed for 3 years, returns home to a surprise hunting trip from his wife. A woman in Kentucky surprised her Navy husband with a special military homecoming by gifting him a 5-day duck hunting trip in Kansas with his best friends ahead of Christmas. A Naviator was in for surprise. Same thing. It repeats.
Yeah. I was a little confused because this says his third deployment in 3 years. So I don't know if he was gone for 3 straight years. That's a long deployment. They usually don't. Yeah. But it could have been.
Yeah, I get it.
But even so, they're usually deployed for at least 6 months. So
he's gone a while.
Yeah. At minimum 18 months to up to 3 years. So that's a long time.
But he'd been stationed. Well, it says he'd been stationed in Japan since the spring of 2022.
Oh, well then, yeah.
Serving as a weapons systems officer. His wife told Fox News Digital that her husband often shares with her how he misses his friends and hobbies, specifically hunting. Excuse me. Brennan said her husband even mentioned planning a hunting trip sometime in the next year or in 2026, but that he never expected to take one this year. I was catching up with his best friends and keeping them in the loop. They told me they were going on a yearly duck hunting trip to Foul Plains Outfitter. They were thinking about driving from their home in Virginia to Kansas, and I asked them if they would stop by in Kentucky. Foul Plains is located in Great Bend, Kansas, offering duck and goose hunts. Turns out the same time they would be driving through Kentucky happened to be the same time my husband would be back from deployment. I asked if they could make room for one more. It was God's perfect timing, Brennan said. She packed all of his clothes and hunting gear and gifted his belongings to him for Christmas. And then it says, in a video posted to her Instagram, which reached 1.5 million views, Brennan captured the moment. She tricked Patrick and told him his friends were stopping at their home to drop something off. The serviceman's friends are seen entering the house, decked out in their hunting gear. I'm sorry, my throat's scratchy.
That's all right.
After catching up with the men, Cecilia Brennan takes out her husband's suitcase to reveal that he is going on the trip as well. Having his best friends knock on the door was a surprise enough, but actually going to be with him, but to actually be going with them, I think, he was in shock. I still can't believe we pulled it off, she said. They have a 6-month-old daughter. And for the majority of the year, she and her husband have been apart due to his service to America. After all of it, and then, so it just kind of explains. Then
that is pretty good. I mean, to be gone that long and then be back for just a short time and then send him off again for 5 days. That's something.
Well, it sounds like he just literally got back.
Yeah.
So my question is, you've been gone a long time. You come home, and the first thing your wife wants to do is send you off. Is that what?
See, I was saying it was a good story, and now you're turning it into
let's
this
say
woman.
Your wife was gone for a year. Let's say it's only a year, not even 3. A year. She comes home, and the first thing you do is send her off with her friends.
Well, I know what my wife would probably say. It wouldn't be thank you.
Yes. So
you might be in that sentence, but the first word may not be thank.
Thank. It may not be thank.
No,
yeah.
It may be something else.
I mean, I don't know. Is that a difference just in dudes and girls? Maybe?
I think so. I don't think my wife would, even if I wanted to, I don't think she would send, if I'd been gone for 3 years, I think she'd be like, well, we can go hunting later. It's Christmas.
Yeah.
I have a 6-month-old.
I think he was home right before Christmas from the hunting trip.
Yeah.
But 5 days, she sent him away.
Well, that's pretty good.
I mean, so I get the story and that it's a nice story and she did a nice thing for him. But then I got thinking about the reality of it, and it's like, I don't know.
All right. How many wives out there would send your husband away after he'd been gone for 3 years to go hunting with his friends?
You're right.
That is the question.
Yeah.
I don't think guys would. I mean, if the wife wanted to go away, they may say, really? But they're like, all right. But I don't know. I don't know how I would feel.
I feel like I would come home and want to be home with my wife and child.
I think I would too.
I don't know that I would want to go hunting immediately.
No, probably not. Probably not.
So, I don't know. Like I said, it's a nice story.
It is a nice story.
I'm not poo-pooing the
We
story.
are ending on a nice story.
Yes. Nobody died.
Nobody
in this
died.
story.
People are happy, so I think we will end right there.
Yeah, because a lot of times I end stories with, oh, that person died.
And they died.
So, no, it was a nice story, but I don't know. I don't know. It's just weird to me.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Well, not to disparage anybody, but let's say you had somebody with you and they had a child and they can't even come over to do a podcast for an hour. I mean, hypothetically speaking.
Well, right.
This guy's been gone for 3 years. He goes on a hunting trip. I'm just kidding, Mike. We're busting his chops. Spend time with your little girl and your wife and enjoy yourself.
Well, I can't believe Courtney either wouldn't send him over to be with us.
Well, I can't either.
No.
No. I know I just got back out of the hospital and we just got home. You should go do the podcast.
Yeah. You've been doing such a good job with the baby and go enjoy yourself.
You've changed, 3 diapers? I've gotten like 15 minutes of sleep. Go ahead. Take off. All right. Well, I think that's going to wrap up this show. Like I said, things are going to be a little different for a little while until Mike gets back in here. We just told him to take a little time off as much as he needs and come back whenever. And we'll continue to do our regular stupidity.
Yep. Hopefully I have a voice next time.
Hopefully. Or maybe they hope that you don't and I don't either. Maybe they'll both lose their voice.
Yeah.
It's been a lot more fun.
They're probably like, I wish you would lose it completely.
Yeah, we'll just have 40 minutes of silence. Some white noise.
I might get AI to do mine next week.
It'll be a lot better if they did mine. So, again, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for listening to the show. Relax. Enjoy the week. Have a good time. Smile. Laugh a little bit. It's going to be okay. And tune in 7 days. Until then, see ya.
Later.
Peace.
Thanks, Mike.